I really want people to understand this part. To death did us part. Please understand that. Please do. Because some narratives will not include that in that situation. And I thank God that he gave us that. And like with me and my son, I'm doing everything I can to make sure he's good. See, we had a whole other village. That was always there for us. A whole other village. And that village came and embraced us and helped us on many levels. When we found out about Traci.
Yep, the ongoing feud between the late Traci Braxton's husband, Kevin, and the rest of the Braxton family is far from over. Now that Traci has passed away, Kevin is finally speaking out, sharing his side of the story about how he claims the Braxton family really treated him. And let's just say, his revelations have the Braxton sisters fuming. They're coming for him hard.
Really wants to talk to little Kevin's father because there was a pretty public rift between our side of the family and him right after Traci passed.
So the first episode of The Braxtons just aired, and fans immediately noticed something off. The sisters seem to be completely icing out Kevin, the late Traci Braxton's husband. When I realized Kevin wasn't featured at all, I thought, wait a second, that's strange. The sisters made Traci's passing the emotional core of the premiere, yet somehow Kevin, her husband of 25 years, wasn't even part of the conversation that, hey, as soon as the episode dropped, Kevin took to Instagram Live. He didn't throw shade directly or say anything openly harsh, but it was obvious he was choosing his words very carefully. Still, the message was clear. Kevin feels the Braxton family has completely cut him off. For those who don't know, Traci and Kevin were the only Braxton couple who had a long-term, stable marriage. While the other sisters went through one or more divorces, Traci and Kevin stood strong through thick and thin. They even talked publicly about the ups and downs in their relationship, including cheating rumors and whispers about a secret child. But through it all, their love for each other never wavered. Wherever Traci went, Kevin was right there by her side. If she was performing, he was in the background cheering her on. If something happened to her, he was the first to show up. He truly was her rock and soulmate. They were together for 30 years and married for 25 before Traci sadly passed away from esophageal cancer. But instead of coming together as a family to honor her memory, things took a heartbreaking turn. A public feud broke out between Kevin and the Braxton family, and it all spilled onto page 6. Kevin organized a memorial service to celebrate Traci's life, but none of her sisters or even their mother showed up. Instead, the Braxton family released a statement accusing Kevin of exploiting Traci's death and claiming the memorial wasn't something she would have wanted. Now, I love the Braxtons, but let's be honest, Kevin was Traci's husband and next of kin. Whether they liked him or not, he and their son legally had the final say on anything related to her arrangements, and the drama didn't end there. Reports surfaced that Traci's father was initially denied entry to her funeral because his name wasn't on the guest list. An insider claimed he was so upset that someone from the church had to recognize him and let him in, seating him several rows back. He allegedly wasn't even allowed to speak at his own daughter's service. Kevin, however, disputed those reports. He said Traci's father and brother were never denied access, and that the sisters and their mother were invited but chose not to attend. According to Kevin, he wasn't about to let anyone twist the story or make him look like the bad guy. He later told page 6, "I was with my wife more than anybody in this world. I know my wife. When she got cancer, we talked about funeral plans, and I was searching for treatments for her. I went to every one of her doctor appointments throughout our entire marriage. That's how we were. And now they're treating me like a bad husband." Kevin said he invited the entire family to Traci's memorial, but none of them showed up. Instead, they held their own private service and never extended an invitation to him. "I was never invited," he said. "No one sent me any kind of invitation." Honestly, it's clear there's a lot more happening behind the scenes than what we're seeing. And judging by how emotional and tense things have gotten, this Braxton family drama is far from over.
There has been tension since before Traci got sick with Kevin. They don't like her husband. I said that, and this was also in the article on page 6, I said that Traci left everything to her son, made him the executor because she wanted things done a certain way, and she didn't want her sisters to come back and undo what she had planned. So she's, in a way, she kind of predicted what happened was going to happen.
Let me make this crystal clear. Traci made her son the executor of her estate on purpose. She knew that if she left that responsibility to Kevin, her sisters would have come straight for him. So she made a smart move. And according to her son, he carried out his mother's wishes exactly the way she wanted. Period. That should have been the end of it. The family should have just let it go and respected Traci's decisions.
My sisters said that I was to them. I'm a sister. I have the same bloodline as all my sisters and brothers. I'm always treated like I am a cousin sister.
Traci was always the one who seemed less celebrated than her sisters on the show. And honestly, it wasn't hard to see how poorly they treated her or how often they brushed off her opinions. Maybe Kevin organized that memorial to show, one final time, how deeply Traci was truly loved and appreciated. Afterward, he chose to grieve privately, staying out of the spotlight. Meanwhile, it almost feels like the Braxton sisters are the ones profiting off Traci's memory, turning their grief into a storyline for their new reality show.
Respect where a person is. That's just it. And until that person or whomever is willing to move forward in that way, then you just have to respect where they are.
Well, the respect is a behavior, but I want to know how it feels to not have access to your sister.
But
Be honest,
it's not connected to a feeling though.
No,
It's not connected to a feeling.
Okay.
It's not connected to a feeling.
One fan summed it up perfectly, saying, when Traci was alive, they didn't respect or value her. Their guilt is what kept them from attending her funeral. It's not about her husband. It's about them eventually having to face that guilt. There's a time and place for everything. And when it came to Kevin, Tamar didn't hold back either, saying, ain't nobody listening to him, cause don't nobody respect him. That right there is the problem. They would rather skip their own sister's funeral than attend one led by someone they don't like. Traci spent years trying to get her sisters to value her, but it was all in vain. That it's moments like weddings and funerals that truly reveal people's character. Kevin was a major part of Traci's life, so fans find it disrespectful that the Braxton sisters are filming episodes about their grief and visiting counselors, all while leaving him completely out of the conversation. His absence says more than words ever could. Many even believe Toni was the one who pushed Kevin out altogether. She hasn't said it outright, but she practically confirmed it on their new reality show. And honestly, fans can't help but find it strange how far Toni seems willing to go just to make it clear how much she dislikes Kevin.
One really wants to talk to little Kevin's father because there was a pretty public rift between our side of the family and him right after Traci passed.
Allegedly, Toni isn't having any of it. She's said to be furious that Kevin is trying to win over the public and air out family business while they're still grieving Traci's loss. Now that Traci's gone, the Braxtons reportedly want nothing to do with him, and they're not even trying to hide their true feelings anymore. Kevin has clearly been shut out of the family, and it doesn't seem like a reconciliation is ever going to happen. Without Traci there to keep the peace, the sisters allegedly feel no obligation to deal with him. Truth be told, they've never treated Kevin with much respect, and many believe they've always thought he wasn't good enough for their family. But what do you think? Was Kevin treated unfairly? Or is Toni right to keep her distance? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to check out the next video for more updates.